Over the last 5 or 10 years, we have seen a dramatic increase in the number of calls that we get about ATV accidents and injuries. And it seems like most people that turn over an ATV are almost guaranteed to have serious injuries, and some of them actually die. I know that perhaps one of the saddest cases that I've dealt with revolved around a young 15-year-old girl. This child was a little bit developmentally delayed, and she didn't have the same motor coordination, and so her parents wouldn't let her drive because she wasn't safe driving, and they also wouldn't allow her on ATVs. But she ended up going off with a boyfriend and his mother, and the parents specifically told him, look, she's not allowed to ride on ATVs. And sure enough, they took her to a relative's house, and she ended up driving this ATV with the boy on the back who was a little older than her. And there were problems, and the bottom line was she went over an embankment and they went down into a creek bed, and she died. And that was just something that was devastating for those parents. We took the case not knowing whether there'd be any kind of insurance coverage, because that's the real challenge in these ATV cases. The insurance companies have all found ways in which to exclude these types of cases. And one of the things that we were able to do was we were able to show a violation of state statute, because the legislature has adopted legislation that requires that anyone under 18 has to have an ATV training course before you let them ride an ATV. They also have to be provided with a helmet, and they're not allowed to ride an ATV with more than one person on it unless it was designed for multiple riders. So with all three of those things that we had in this case and were able to prove, we were able to get to a negligent entrustment and homeowners coverage against two of the parties, the young boy's mother and father. It was the father's policy, but it was over the young boy entrusting the ATV to her as well as the mother. By doing that, we went from a case where there was only $20,000 worth of coverage into one where there were hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of coverage. And we were able to achieve a settlement that will enable them to take better care of their children and to be able to do more things with them.